In terms of specialty, my heart goes out to people who have gone through or who are going through something that I went through. And I lived most of my life caring so much about what everyone else thought of me. I grew up in a very religious home, and the language that was used all around me brought condemnation into my life and brought me to a place where I hated myself. And so if I ever let anyone see what I was feeling inside, I felt that I would be rejected. And so I lived this life based on performing for everybody else because of this intense fear that if anyone ever knew what my internal struggle was, that I would be rejected, that I would be thrown out. In fact, that people believed it would be the worst thing ever to be what I thought I was. And those were very demonizing thoughts that I dealt with all alone with no one to talk to. And I wonder if as a young person, if I ever would have been brave enough to talk about those thoughts and those feelings. And unfortunately, I did see a counselor at one time, and I didn't tell him what was really going on in my life. And those are pieces of regret in my life, or thoughts of what would my life have been like if I would have been able to deal with some of those internal feelings of shame earlier in my life. And so when somebody comes to me, and when I talk about my specialty, I can pick up on shame really quickly. When somebody has that sense that there's something about them that if anyone knew it, they would be rejected. And those are pretty intense feelings. And those can also cause you to do some very ridiculous, very outlandish, very crazy things. When you have this intense fear that you're living from, that you have to please everybody else. And you deny all the things that you want in your life just to make everybody else happy. It's a dangerous place to be. I feel the anguish that they feel and desperation to finally be alive. I feel the thoughts of maybe even wanting to be dead, that maybe life would even be better, because to face those things feel impossible. But I can say, as a personal testimony to my own life, that when I finally got brave enough to talk to someone about them, the burden just started to become lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. And in my own language that I like to use with clients, I started to stand up on my own 2 feet. And I started to stand taller and taller and taller, to where the only way to fight off that shame is through vulnerability and to accept yourself for who you are. And those have been incredible tools for me, that I can walk with my head held high, and I don't deal with that in the same way that I do anymore. I look back and I think, I don't even know this broken person that I used to be.